Welcome back to GMT. 2 years ago, a 14-year-old Indigenous boy called Elijah Doherty was hit and killed while riding a motorbike in Western Australia. He was being chased by a white man who thought Elijah had stolen the bike. His death reignited racial tensions in his community. It sparked national protests that led to complaints about how police were treating local Aboriginal citizens. After Elijah died, an education program called Copwatch was launched. Now, this program includes a recently released smartphone app where users can record interactions with police and hold them and the authorities to account. Well, George Newhouse is a human rights lawyer, co-founder of the National Justice Project that launched the Copwatch program and phone app, and joins us now. George, good to see you. Tell us more about why you decided to launch this program and the app.
Look, we received a number of telephone calls from Aboriginal community members in Kalgoorlie after the riots, complaining about police harassment of young Aboriginal people and trying to find a way to empower young people. And there was no real solution to that problem.
And for our international viewers, to give them some context, do they just simply not feel believed, young Aboriginals? Is that part of the issue?
I think that is a critical issue. Whenever there's a choice between a police officer or a person of authority against the word of a young Aboriginal person, the person in authority is believed.
And George, this is historic. It goes back many decades.
Absolutely. The relationship between Aboriginal people and police has been soured for over 200 years. The police in their early days were actually responsible for the massacre of Aboriginal people and the removal of Aboriginal children from their families.
Okay, let's have a look at a piece of footage that really shocked me when I saw it, from May 2018. This is in Western Australia, and what you can see here is a car deliberately hitting an Aboriginal person. I mean, that is deliberate and shocking. How does a piece of footage like that change things when people see it?
Well, that is an amazing piece of footage, but it's hard to believe, but not one, but two Aboriginal children filmed that from two different angles. Following the Copwatch program launch earlier last year, and they were inspired to film that scene because they were well aware of the power of video recording.
That's irrefutable, George, if you've got it on video.
Absolutely, and in fact that police officer has been suspended, and Aboriginal people tell me that that's the first time a police officer's ever been suspended or disciplined over an assault.
How have the police responded to this app? Because I do wonder if in some ways it can inflame things or escalate things.
Well, one of the things we teach is de-escalation techniques. It's important not to get in the face of a police officer with a camera, to stand back and be an observer. And let me say, at the highest echelons of the police force, they're reasonably supportive. They're actually introducing cameras on police officers. But at the beat level, the beat police officers don't like it. They don't like their power being threatened, and they don't, like any challenge to their authority. And holding them accountable is quite threatening.
Okay, George Newhouse, good to see you. Good luck with the app. It's obviously going to be a long road ahead, but a good start has been made. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do stay with us here on BBC World News for our continuing coverage of the Brett Kavanaugh confirmation hearing. We have a special programme for you starting at 13:30 GMT, live with Catty Kay. It will be a day of high political theatre, and we will have it all here for you on BBC World News. Bye-bye.